So good morning and welcome to the Saturday Coffee Chat. We are cruising through July and I think it's exciting. We've got a great exercise to do today to kind of help us just really hone in on our vision and how we want to see the remainder of 2020 go for us. Like if we go into it with some intention and we get crystal clear on our vision for the end of the year, it'll just kind of help direct our mind and our body to go the direction that we want. So we are getting ready to kick off our Rock Your Bod group, which I'm excited about, and we're going to share more after the crafting your vision exercise, just what that's going to entail. But I really truly believe that we can rock 2020 if we create this 2020 vision. That was kind of my theme when we started 2020. I thought, oh, how cool, 2020, like having a clear vision and going forward. And then, all hell broke loose and 2020 took over. So now it's time to take back what we can control. And we're going to start with this vision, which really catapults us wonderfully into next week, which is our prep week, always the last week of the month. So this is a great way to get started. So I will hand it over to Deb, who has walked through this exercise before, and she can get us going.
All right. Thanks, Louise. So as you go through your first page on your crafting that she just sent out, this is where you can do it this week. It's looking through it. Actually, it has the magic question. If you had $2 million and you had 2 or 3 years, and what is it that you want to do? What's the goal? But my focus on this was just getting to the end of 2020. So that was my
And can I just one thing? If you had all the money and the time in the world, so really, if you and kind of applying the morning equation into this is if you had no limiting beliefs, if you had no limitations in the world, what would you strive to achieve? We always kind of quash ourselves down a little bit based on these limiting beliefs. But if you had no limitations whatsoever and you could achieve whatever you wanted, what would that be? So but again, obviously we're going to fine tune this down into what we're going to do this year, but just to put that in there. Thanks.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 categories. 6 categories, I'm sorry. So you look at your job, even for those that retire, your finances, your home, your relationships, your body, and what you do on your free time or community. So those are your primary categories. And I did that with this earlier this year, but this is going to be a more structured type of exercise. So once you go through there and start figuring out a sentence or two or a word or whatever it is, you'll go through that exercise and get I do a minimum of 3 of each topic just to have it something to choose from. So on the next step it says take a blank piece of paper and draw 16 squares. But what I did is I folded my piece of paper in half, and then I folded it in half again, and then half again, and then half, so you got this little grid. So if you keep folding and folding, so how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Fold it 4 times and fold it really good. Yeah, no. So by that time, when you put it back, pull it out again, you'll have your 16 grids as it's demonstrated on your exercise. So then you got your spaces. You can draw the line within the folded edges, but that will kind of give you a little grid to start with without drawing lines. So when you do that, you take your topics, like this is mine, and just your categories. Then you translate it to your grid, and just think that this grid is going to become your poster board. So what you're translating is like, I'm a Shakeologist master. So I have a grid here, Shakeologist. So, and then I have, what do you call it? Motorcycle coffee trips weekly. And I put that here, motorcycle trips. So when you go through and identify what that means to you, then you can go into, they say Bora Bora, but I can show you, Louise, if you let me screen.
You're good to go. Yep.
Okay. So what I did is I use Bing, or you could use Google. Let me screen share. All right. We got so many things going on here. So I use like Bing, you have images, but Google has images as well. And then here I'll say, let's say a road trip. And you got clip art or whatever, and I chose clip art. And then you got all these images to choose from. And this is where I had, like, I chose this one, and I do a right mouse click, and I created a folder on my desktop, and I say save as. And when I save it, I say road trip. And it should be a JPEG. Some, what is it, Louise? Is it PNG or something like that?
Yeah.
The Shutterfly does not recognize those type of files. It should be JPEG. So
Good to know.
Just for your information. The other place I look at was Pinterest. So that's another way of searching for images. Like you see some right here. Like I had one on, what was it? Healthy lifestyle. You can put quotes in here too. You can choose anything you want to represent what you're trying to convey from your goals that you had identified. So you could, choose a quote. So, and then save that. Of course, I didn't want to do that. But anyways, you get the gist of pick and choosing your images that you want to convey on your vision board. So does everybody have an idea with that?
Yeah, that's good.
So I already have a Shutterfly account. I haven't done it on the phone app, but what you do is here, so you got your prints. So you'll have to create an account. And like my photos, but when you start here with prints, you get to choose. I know, it's bouncy. So you choose prints here, and it kind of does a wizard for you. So you kind of say, okay, this is what I want to do. And here's the pricing. Now that it said free on our exercise, but here it's 15 cents for a matted photo. but you get started, and this is where you would upload your photos. So you choose a photo. And then like my motorcycle coffee one right here. And it will upload. Sorry, I am just all over here. Patience.
Yep.
So then you add, and it puts it on this docking on the bottom here. So you add it, and then it will start listing. So this is where you choose a 4x4, and I'm not doing a 4x6. And you could go in here and center it and edit it as much as you want. Like I want it to see.
I love that photo.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it was fun because this is what Ken and I try to do, is do motorcycle ride, our couple thing.
Love it.
So then you add it to your cart, and then you just go through it. I tried to do a whole batch of them, but it didn't upload really well. So then you add to your cart, and then you proceed to checkout.
I noticed that in that previous screen you had glossy check. Do we want to check matte?
Yeah, exactly. It should have been matte. Oh, yeah, should have been matte.
Okay.
I know having a 4x4 size is not really necessary, because some of those images like this one, or may require a 4x6 because it's just long, like this one. This might be too confined for a 4x4. So it's a collage. It doesn't have to be like 4x4. It's as big as you would want your board. And so I'm going to have a mixture of 4x6 and 4x4 type of pictures on mine. So once you order it, and then they'll mail it to you. And then I went to like Staples, it's like an Office Depot, and you can get poster board and glue. Once you get your pictures, glue them on a poster board, and you're good to go.
Hey, Deb, is there a limited quantity of images?
No.
Oh, as many as you want.
Because that's what your goal by the end of the year is.
Oh, well, I was just curious.
Yeah, but if you want to do one for a whole year, that's up to you. It was just a way to get you started with the categories, and like me, it's just to sustain a healthy lifestyle. I'm just going to have that as my fixed image, or my revive the inner you as my fixed image, and I have my diamond coach.
So, Deb, can you explain the 16 boxes? Because I didn't quite get how that fit into the categories.
That's just it. It doesn't have to be strict.
Okay.
It's however you got your categories. I just suggested 3 for each, just to get your mind
Got it.
moving, and just choose what's the most important to you. And I got to find out I had a little empty boxes I just kind of filled with fillers, like comprehension. That was one of my challenges. It's always a challenge. So I'm just going to throw that in my board. So
as we figure this out, we might need like maybe a 15 grid or a 12 grid or something might more suit us, or we just need to figure out what kind of grid works for us then, basically.
Yeah, it's your personal board.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Think of it as a quilt.
Mine will be like
Oh,
Yeah, when this was created, the intention was obviously you've got this square grid and you got, 4x4x4x4 photos, and then they're just like bump, 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 bump. And it just creates one square looking vision board, but, add your flair, and like Deb said. So, and then,
Yeah.
so this is really just a template to get you thinking. And thanks, Deb, for explaining this and walking us through it. And so like on weekends, I like to do a planning session to plan out my week. And so, you want to take good 15, 30 minutes, sit quietly and write out your goals for these categories and just really give it some thought. And I actually write like a vision. I write like almost like story. And it's something I read to myself every morning on where I see myself. And I read that as part of our savers. So that's part of that visualization piece. If you involve more senses, you're going to absorb it better. You're going to, you'll bring in more emotion, which is important. And so I read it, I read my affirmations, and then I do a visualization while I'm meditating. So my meditation isn't just silence, block everything out. It is allow that to come in and sink and absorb. So, so meditation, normally we try to block things out, no sound, no noise, no thoughts. But sometimes if you're just sitting there and being present, it's a really good time to take in your vision, to really see it in your mind's eye. I know I feel my vision when I'm doing that. And it really, when you make your vision more real in the day, you'll be more likely to take action. And as we're learning in the miracle equation, create that unwavering faith that allows you to take the extraordinary effort, or any effort in some days, to move towards that goal. So love this. So yeah, so weekends are planning session time. Make sure you block out a little bit of time to sit down and write this out, and then order your prints. And I'm sorry I said it was going to be free. I didn't realize they had changed it from free to 15 cents. So
yeah. There's if you really are set, I don't know if you can. I didn't research it because I usually go to Walgreens and print mine out, but I don't know if they just do 4x4. I know they do 4x6, or 2x3 maybe. So it doesn't have to be Shutterfly, but it's just the idea of getting it somewhere printed out for you rather than going through magazines and belabored.
Right. Yeah. And so when I created my vision board, and Deb, you probably did this too. So I have mine just up in front of my desk top so that I can see it as I'm working. It helps me to remind myself why I shouldn't go watch Netflix instead. And that's what I did. I'd go in, I'd Google pictures, and then I would save them and then print them and cut them out. And, and so if you're on a budget, or you don't want to wait, that's up to you. It's just another way to do it, but it's really cool that Shutterfly will send you these photos too.
Well, like Karen Pegg, she showed me how to do the scrapbook thing. So I created my own picture. I took a picture and then put words on top of it and saved it. So I'm using that. You modify it to what you want, and because I couldn't find that exact revive the inner you. So, yeah, so I created one for myself because that's my focus. So,
well, and good morning, Karen. So Karen, she's our collage queen, and I know we all love her collages. And what is the app that you use, Karen, if you don't mind sharing?
I use PhotoGrid.
PhotoGrid. Okay.
And it has a part that you could pay for as well, but I just use it for free. as you use it, then you collect points, so then you can get more backgrounds and things.
Ah,
Yeah,
cool.
it's fun.
There's probably a lot of them out there.
There are some are harder to use or manipulate. I like how yours is always nice looking. I use a PhotoFi, but it's got its special grids, and you like it's funky how pictures end up in there if they're not a certain size. They kind of like don't really fit, so.
And that was a good point you made, Louise, because the affirmations on the Think Up app, sis. I did use my affirmations from my Think Up app and try to translate it on here to reinforce, they all should be in sync. So, or if you got this, create your affirmations to reinforce what your intent is.
Great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Linda, for sharing that Think Up app with your sister who shared it with us last weekend. I think it was. I created mine. How fun. And it's like driving to Anchorage with my son. I said, oh, listen to this. Yeah.
Anyhow, I hope everybody gets their boards put together and hopefully share next week.
Yeah, so depending on how quick the Shutterfly does, or if you just go and use, printouts or whatever, we'll do like show and tell on our coffee chats, and you don't have to go into intimate details, but what you can just share your board and how excited you are for the different things that you're striving to achieve for the rest of this year. So I'm excited to see them. I know it definitely invigorates me. Definitely. And it's part of our savers, right? So it's nice to have that vision to help you with that whole process. So cool. I'm looking forward to doing that later. Okay, so let's just quickly, I just wanted to touch on MBF. So there's Sheila, myself, and Deb that are currently doing it. And it is coming available for customers for VIP early access on Monday. And so I wanted to just do like a 2-minute review with Sheila and Deb on their thoughts on this program, because I love it. I've been posting about it. It's exactly what I need right now, because I've got just some really emotional things going on with my brother's health. And it is the perfect program. It has reinvigorated me and keeping me mentally fit during this time. I'm actually excited to get up at 4:30 in the morning and work out, which is like, what? So that'll tell you something. So anyway, we'll just do a quick review on it for those that may be considering it. Okay,
Could
Sheila.
you talk about what it is? I don't know what MBF is. So if you'll just give us the scoop for anybody that doesn't know.
Sure.
Okay.
MBF stands for Muscle Burns Fat. So it is a brand new program, 3-week program that came out. Coaches got to like test it out, or if you had coach status, you got to get early access to it. So we've been testing out for the last 3 weeks, and it is a new format of muscle building and cardio that is designed to obviously build lean muscle that helps you amp up your metabolism and burn more fat. The way Megan Davies, she's the creator of Clean Week, so you can go and test out Clean Week, and the MBF sample workout is available, as well as MBFA sample workout is now available. But you can go test it out in just her way of the format that she has this. You are doing like asymmetric training, so you're muscle building on one side, which creates a real strong core to help you improve your balance, and building strength on both sides, where we normally do our strength training with both sides together. And then there's bod ropes, which you can do air ropes, which we've been doing, a lot of us, because of delayed shipping. And so it has this cardio in between every muscle building component block. And then there's days that are just core and circuit, which a core circuit, which is more cardio with core blocks built in. And then there's fun AMRAPs. There are as many rounds as possible on 2 days where you challenge yourself to do there's 4 moves, and you get 4 minutes, and you just go as fast as you can, as safe as you can, and you try to beat your score to get as many rounds as you can in that 4 minutes. And it's really fun. I know I get a second win to doing that. And then the second little challenge is EMOM, every minute on the minute, and that's a 25-minute Saturday workout that there's certain moves that you do. You do so many reps, and then she'll stop you at 40 seconds in so that you have a 20-second rest, and then you do another set of those every minute on the minute. And there's several different moves. But so the format is really refreshing. It's new, it's invigorating, and you work your body in ways that you haven't. So I know for me, it has not only physically been just what I needed, but also mentally. So the cast itself, that when they film this, we were all in stay home mode, because when they first started the tech script at the very beginning of the year, they were in the studio. So you see that on some of the sizzle videos, but when they actually filmed the program, everybody was at home. So you'll see everybody like Zoom style working out at home. And it really, for me, it makes me feel more part of the crew, because they're doing exactly what we're doing. And
okay. Well, this has sounded familiar, Deb. I know you've shared some of this with me. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
So I love it because for me, I'm a yogi person, and this is like my 3rd month into Beachbody, and I did yoga for my first 2 months, and so this was my first attempt at doing something different, and so this was my first time doing like cardio and doing anything with weights, and Megan was just incredible because she is so motivating. And like Louise said, the crew, I get so amped up with these guys because I feel like I'm a part of, and I find myself clapping, and I find myself like rawing with these guys, and I just feel like I'm all right there with them. And on like some days, like when I feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to work out, but I'm in that habit of like, show up on the mat, just get there. And by the time I'm done, I'm like, I'm so glad I got here and did this. And I feel so much stronger in my core. And I just feel so much stronger, like just all over. And mentally, I am so glad that I did this. I am really, really, it's a great program because Megan is just incredible. I mean, she is just an incredible, like, motivator. Like, and even when I need to go down on weights because my back is killing me, or like, I just don't want to really be there, but I need to go back because I need to take care of my body, I still do it. And I'm really just, it is a great program, and I'm going to do it again, because I'm not ready for MBFA, but I'm going to go on because it's great. I love it. It's great. I'd encourage everyone to just like dive in. It's wonderful.
Is it 30 minutes like a lot of these other ones?
It's like, it's 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's great. Just dive in. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're doing another round, obviously starting Monday. I'm actually gonna myself do like next week, I'm gonna do a combo of Clean Week and some of the MBFA, and maybe do the recovery day again, and then start my next round the week after, because we have, all of August really, and then MBFA comes out late August, so then we'll be able to roll into that. But
yeah, MBFA is muscle burns fat advanced. That's what that means.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
and Deb has talked to me a little bit about, she knows the layout of where I stay right now. So I'm in an upstairs unit.
uh-huh.
So I have to be cognizant of who's below me and
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. And this is a beginner program.
Okay.
There is the jump ropes and jumping, but the modifier is never jumping. She's always marching it out,
Okay.
or stepping it out. And then even the weightlifting part of it, and the core, there are always modifications, always. So,
Okay.
love it. I'm
Right.
excited.
Well, we love it. I love it. It's a great. I'm a autumn calories type of person, but this just takes it to another level. I mean, it's just the asymmetrics that Louise talked about, because Autumn does it simultaneously. In some parts, she does asymmetric on her workouts, especially in ADD obsession. But this is just another way of doing it. And my husband, this is my first time, my husband Ken's doing it with me. And he's noticed and he's a triathlete, and he's noticed a difference on building the muscles that he needs to build. It's that memory muscle building. He's done biking, swimming, running, biking, swimming, running. Well, he needs to get the other movements in his routine, and this helps. And he does a lot of research on fitness and stuff, and he related this as CrossFit.
Yeah.
And so I go, oh, this is what CrossFit's about. So I got online, and it is something similar. It's just different ways of dynamic movement and isolated movement. And I was like, oh, now I get it. Because I always heard this craze on CrossFit, and I had no idea. Well, I got it in my living room now. So yeah, so that's why I really like anything in Team Beachbody. It's just evolving. And for Megan Davies, I haven't done her clean week, but she was on something else, but she's really good. And it's almost as if she's in the room with you, because she's correcting somebody on TV, because she's doing it over Zoom, her crew. And when she's talking to somebody, I felt like she's talking to me, because I was doing the exact same wrong move. You know? So I was like, I like that, because I need that little bit of oomph. And then, so anyways, that was our take on it. And Ken wants to do it again. And then I'm going to endure Autumn all year as well. So we'll see how this goes.
That was the other thing I wanted to say, is how she's always pointing out specifics on like what parts of your body to tighten up and what to fix. Be sure to tighten this or tighten that and hold this. And she's very, very specific on how to do stuff. And I really, really like that, because I notice what I'm doing wrong and how she's correcting other people, and the modifiers. And both of those things are really important for me, because, just protecting my back and other muscles. So,
Yeah. Megan Davies, she owns her own gym, and she's, she's got degrees in physical science and all these things. And so definitely, if you're newer to resistance training, this is great. All our trainers are really good about cueing form, but she really does go into a little more specifics, I think, on the weightlifting piece, because that's her forte. That's what she does, and she owns a gym with her family. And what's exciting too is that MBF, when you get the pack, this is the first time Beachbody's ever done it. You get both nutrition programs free. So if you know anybody who's looking to like get their nutrition on board and start a new program, and if they are not ready for MBF, they can still like start with Clean Week. They can start with 21 Day Fix and then move into MBF. But it is a beginner program, so sometimes we have to just do the thing that we're not sure that we can do to prove that we can do it, and that's that getting rid of that limiting belief. If you watch the video I did on the belief cycle, we limit ourselves, so we don't take the action, we don't get the results, we continue to fuel that limiting belief, and we go in this circle where we have to like crush those limitations and just start taking some action. You're going to get the results, and you're going to prove to yourself, I can do this. So super excited. Off to work. Okay, I'll see you later. Okay, so enough about MBF. I know Karen's going to jump on board, and if anybody wants any more information, definitely let me know, and I'll get that to you. Encourage you to bring friends on. It's more fun with friends in our group. We're starting in the August BOD group. You'll see it in your when you go into BOD groups. Rock your MBFing BOD. And I just threw the MBFing in there just because we will be, continuing on the MBF train. So excited to share some test results out of our coach test group that we are finishing up this weekend. And so now let's talk about real quick, just the, do I have it up still? Oh, yep. This Rock Your BOD challenge. So you guys can see this?
Yep.
Okay, good. We did Fit for Life in July, figuratively and literally. That is, was our focus, because this is something we do for life. So we're going to just kind of amp up the fun a little bit into our Rock Our BOD challenge. BOD obviously is a takeoff of our BOD, Beachbody On Demand. So we're going to be showcasing some of the tools and resources within BOD. Last month we had a workout fling, which honestly, I'm not super excited about doing 2 workouts a day. Go Deb, because she's going to be doing that. But so, usually when I get my 30-minute workout, I'm like, I'm done. But so this is going to be more where we're showcasing the nutrition center or meditations, the Fixate show, some of those things, to just kind of show you some of the other resources out there. But here's how the schedule is going to look. So on Monday, obviously we do some motivation, kick off the week. Tuesday, we're going to share our thoughts. We'll really connect with each other. There's going to be some questions that kind of just get to learn more about what you're working toward and, what you crushed for the week. Wednesdays, we're rocking our BOD, so we're going to dive into BOD a little bit. Thursdays, we're going to talk about tracking. You can't manage what you don't measure. So whether it's your water, your sleep, your nutrition, your workouts, we're going to start off with this jumping jack challenge, which of course you don't have to jump, but you're going to count your reps for 60 seconds. How many can you do in 60 seconds? And then we're going to do it at the end. So this is another way to measure your fitness level. Fridays, we'll share some recipes that you won't believe are healthy, which are fun, like a creamsicle. So Linda had shared her creamsicle Shakeology, I think it was. And so it's similar to that. And Saturday, we'll shout out ourselves and celebrate the week. And then Sunday, I'm all about meal prep. So meal prep madness. So we'll touch into that just a little bit more. And the first thing that you're going to see when you get into the Rock Our BOD group is identifying your goals in different areas of life. So it goes perfectly with what we just did with crafting our vision. So we're all getting set up for that now. And it's going to be a fun month. We are going to continue giving you a podcast calendar just to be able to pull ideas from for doing your personal development, doing your E in your savers. Sometimes the R, sometimes the reading might have to be your Audible in the car, right? Or your podcast in the car. So we'll send that out to you as well. So when you're getting into your BOD groups, make sure that you request access into that group. Yep, Deb?
Yeah, I just we're talking about BOD and stuff. If you weren't aware, I had to update my BOD app. It's version 3.1.2 now. They did some fixing some stuff on the tracking. So anyways, I just want to throw that out there.
Good to know. I was having trouble logging my workout. Just said something's wrong. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, so I think it's
I uninstalled
it.
Upgraded. Technology, I love to hate that stuff. I tell you, love-hate relationship. Working in the corporate world, I always had an IT department, so it was just always like, call IT, fix this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've got my son, but he's not always helpful. So. Okay,
I have
so
a question on the
Yep.
on the podcast. Where do you go to find those? Is it in BOD or is it? It isn't. Okay.
no, great question. So if you're an Apple user,
Mhm.
you have a podcast app that is automatically on your phone already. It's
Yep.
a purple podcast. Yep. So you just go there and then you can search the name. And then I always subscribe, so it's right into my library, so I don't have to keep searching for it.
Okay. That's great. I just didn't know where to go look for it. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thanks.
I mean, and if you have another favorite podcast that you're listening to, you can share that as well in the group. All right, so we are actually 45 minutes into our coffee chat. You guys are awesome. This is an amazing book. So if you haven't gotten it, I highly recommend this one. Highly. Like all I want to do is go read. I just want to go read. Keep reading this one. It's one of those.
What is the book?
It is Miracle Equation, Hal Elrod, and it is the second part to our Miracle Morning. And he just talks about unwavering faith plus the extraordinary effort is how we create our miracles, which are just these bigger goals that we think are outside of our reach sometimes, and how he breaks it down really very simply. And it just instills faith in you as you're reading it. It's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I can do this.
And
Yes.
what does SAVERS stand for? I'm behind.
Savers. Yes. Okay. So in the Miracle Morning, he creates a morning routine, and the acronym is SAVERS. So it's silence or meditation, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing or journaling. So if you can and do those in any order, however they fit for you, that kind of creates a morning routine to be able to kind of win your morning so that you can start your day with intention and vigor.
Hey, Jewel and Marie, I highly recommend you read Miracle Morning. I just finished it. Oh my God, talk about an eye opener, and it helped me better understand what Louise and Deb and the rest of the group was talking about. I go, what's savers? I mean, I was thinking candy, like lifesavers, you know. But yeah, and I have it in Kindle, and there's a way where you can highlight certain passages, and then you can write notes on it, or you can tag it if you want in your notes. And I figured out a way how you can, after you read the whole book, you can print out your notes and everything.
Oh, wow.
And then you got it, you know. And I thought that was cool. But I went ahead and ordered the hard copy anyway, just in case my Kindle gets lost or my digital copy. As a matter of fact, my computer went bye-bye for now. I'm on my laptop. But anyway, yeah, that was fun using my Kindle to do that. So if anybody has Kindles, you can email me, or I can help you how you can highlight and do your notes and everything. It was kind of cool.
Awesome. Sheila.
On the Miracle Morning, there's also Hal Elrod on his website has a whole bunch of free stuff that is available. If you go to his website, he has a whole bunch of free things that are available for you if you want to go there. Affirmations and just a whole bunch of stuff. If you go to what is it, themiraclemorning.com, and there is affirmations and the 30-day challenge starter kit, and just a whole bunch of stuff if you want short versions of the book. Anyway.
Yeah, I did the 7-day challenge. It was only like $45. To me, it was worth it because He went step by step in his videos, and then he offered PDFs and other stuff. I could listen to him all day and I'd be so energized. You have to scrape me off the ceiling because he's real. I just feel like I'm just talking just with him, not a whole group of people. He's amazing. I highly recommend it. As a matter of fact, I'm getting a copy for my daughter. I hope she reads it.
Yeah, it would be great gifts, right? It's like, because I love you so much. I'm sharing this with you. Yeah.
Thanks, Linda. I'm trying to finish this one first before I get my next one.
Yeah, that's a great one too. And actually, it kind of just melds right into this other books and things that we're doing. Which is interesting because I was thinking about that, like when you are creating your habits, especially with the miracle equation, it's like you have to have this extraordinary effort. And what we learned in the Atomic Habits about the cue and the response, and that it all is like, how do I take this extraordinary effort as I apply what I learned in the Atomic Habits, right? So yeah, awesome, exciting. I'm going to do my workout after this. Yeah. So again, MBF comes out Monday, and if anybody's interested in doing that with us for August, just let me know. I'll make sure to hook you up. Invite your friends to join us. I want our sisterhood to grow, so I'm recruiting your help.
Also on the personal development, those are good ones to put on your vision board too. So just even if it was Miracle Morning and just plastered on there. So it's a great reminder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lifesavers. All right, ladies, thank you so much for getting on the coffee chat this morning. Let's go out and rock our bod.